By now, most of us have used or worn different kinds of safety equipment during this pandemic, including masks and possibly gloves. This equipment is referred to as personal protective equipment, or PPE. At different workplaces, different types of PPE may be needed and used. However, as mentioned, PPE is used when other, more effective safety measures are not possible. For example, keeping a distance from others provides a high level of protection from this virus. However, PPE is worn when you are coming closer with others. There are a few things to consider with PPE. First, it is important to know what the PPE is for and how it protects you to make sure you use it correctly and to make sure you follow safety measures to keep yourself safe even when wearing PPE. For example, cloth or surgical masks, like the ones most of us are wearing, are different than a respirator used by medical staff who are working directly with those infected by the virus. Respirators provide a much higher level of protection and protect from smaller particles and airborne contaminants, so they can protect medical staff from breathing in the virus that can be traveling in the air from their sick patients. A face mask, like the ones most of us use, provide barrier protection against large particle droplets and do not significantly protect us from small particles in the air or from breathing in the virus. So we still need to be careful when sharing space and air with others, especially when in small indoor spaces. These face masks, again, are more meant to help the person wearing the mask keep their droplets to themselves and not have their droplets travel into the air or onto surfaces or objects, putting others at risk. Again, the idea is that if we all wear face masks in public or when we are close to others, we can reduce the travel of droplets that may have the virus so we can help limit the virus's spread. In addition, knowing how to keep safe when wearing PPE is important. For example, once you put on a face mask, it is important not to touch it with your hands, as your hands could be contaminated, and you can risk transferring the virus onto the part of the mask that is against your nose and mouth. You will be asked to wear PPE, like masks, in locations where workers are sharing space, for example in transportation or vehicles traveling to different work locations, as well as during transportation off-farm or into towns, including if you enter grocery stores, banks, or other similar public spaces. As we have mentioned, you may be asked to wear gloves at work to protect your hands from coming into contact with the virus through touching surfaces or objects like tools or equipment. However, gloves can spread the virus if you touch your face with gloves you have used, as gloves you are wearing could have gotten contaminated by you touching surfaces or objects. You can also spread the virus if your gloves are contaminated and you start touching different surfaces or objects as well. Even when you are wearing gloves, do not touch your face and continue to disinfect objects and surfaces you and others are touching. It is also important to know how to safely put on, take off, and dispose of PPE, like gloves or masks, which we will review in the next section. For example, always wash your hands before and after you use gloves and masks. Talk to your coworkers and boss if you think you need PPE like gloves and masks. Employers have the responsibility to supply PPE when it's needed. Let's review the safe way to use face masks. Wash your hands with soap and water for 20 to 30 seconds, or use hand sanitizer that contains alcohol before touching the mask. Check the mask to make sure it is not damaged. Make sure you put on the mask on the right side, usually the brighter colored side facing out. Locate the metal part of the mask and place it on your nose and press so that it takes the shape of the bridge of your nose. Put on the mask by holding the loops or straps. Put them around your ears or tie them. Make sure you cover your mouth and nose completely so that you don't leave space. Press the metal strip back onto the bridge of your nose if the mask has the strip. When you use the mask, try not to touch it or touch your face since your hands may be contaminated. If you need to adjust the mask, use the elastics or ties to move it up or pull it down. Before moving the mask, wash or disinfect your hands. Remove the mask from the ties or bands. Do not touch the part that touched your face. Throw away the mask immediately if it is a single-use mask, or wash it if it is a reusable mask. You should wash reusable masks after each use. Always wash your hands before and after wearing a mask. As mentioned, gloves protect the hands of the person wearing them, but it is important you use gloves safely. When using gloves, grab a fresh pair. Do not go to the washroom or eat with gloves on that you have been wearing. You should take gloves off and wash your hands thoroughly before these activities, and then put on a fresh pair of gloves after. If not, wash your hands with gloves on. Always wash your hands before and after wearing gloves. Let's review how to safely remove gloves. When removing gloves, try not to touch the outer part of the glove that has come in contact with surfaces or objects. A recommended way is to first pinch and hold the outside of the glove near your wrist area. Pull the glove downward away from your wrist, turning the glove inside out. Pull the glove away until it's removed from the hand and hold the inside out glove in the other hand that still has a glove on. Then with your free hand, slide your fingers down the inside of the wrist of the hand that still has a glove on. Try not to touch the outer surface of the glove. Pull downward away from the wrist, turning the glove inside out. Continue pulling until the glove turns over and with the other glove inside of it, and you are left with a bundle of the used gloves. Throw away the bundle into the adequate garbage and wash your hands immediately. If while taking off your gloves you touch the outside part of the glove, that is okay, but then be very careful not to touch your face or objects or surfaces and wash your hands immediately. This video was produced by staff from the Occupational Health Clinics for Ontario Workers, or OCHO.